What's up YouTube, Wolforest here, and today we're playing, of course, Spongebob Tower Defense. There's a new update that came out today, which includes 2 units and new maps. At the moment, the new unit is of course the legendary Karen, and of course the secret robot Plankton. To obtain the Plankton himself is pretty much from the standard banner. Click on details, he's right over here. Since mythical's at 0.5, I'm guessing he's like a 0.01%, which is like 1 in 1,000, if I'm correct. As for the legendary Karen, you have to go to the last story mode over here, pretty much in Act 2. That should be in, yeah, pretty much Act 2, pretty much. Of course, the higher you go, of course, the percentage, of course, increases. So from a 1, hard is of course 1.5, and of course nightmare is 2%. Right now I'm just going to be showcasing. I don't have the unit at the moment, but I was lucky enough in my live stream for a dev to be in my live stream. I'll just put his username on top, or he should be able to pop up around here somewhere. Shout out to you, thank you very much firstly for stopping by my stream. As a small YouTuber myself, it is an honor to have someone, of course a dev, to be able to help out, to be able to showcase certain unit. And lucky enough, he joined my server. That's one of my fans. Hey Tabby. To be able to showcase that. So without further ado, I'll just start the introduction, then I'll just showcase pretty much, well, he's gonna pretty much showcase the unit himself. Mind you, it is from my live stream, so video quality might degrade, but I did my best to be able to upload a good video at the moment. And yes, I am very small. Anyways, thank you very much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so again, this is pretty much a clip from my live stream, and in case you guys didn't attend my live stream, I want a better view of, just a better quality video. I will leave the link of the live stream down below, and I will leave a timestamp for you guys to just skip to the part where things are being showcased, and you guys can be able to view it yourself. Again, this is not the best quality, nor does it really give much information, but it should give enough information about the unit itself. Okay, I'll stop talking. Alright. So of course, number one, this is pretty much the new map, the Charm Bucket itself, which is where Plankton and Karen, his robotic wife, stays. And why am I explaining SpongeBob? Oh my god. Okay, anyways, that's the dev right next to me. Shout out to only Steven himself. And yeah, we're just gonna see. So that's right there, he just plays pretty much the new secret. That's how it looks. Speaking of which, let me see if I could just pause the video. Nope, that's the wrong. Okay, anyways, okay, so right there, as you can see, his base stat with no traits, nothing, just the unit itself is 415 damage, 1.8 seconds, and of course 22 range. That itself, just the base, is pretty much the same stat as my realistic fish, which is a full AoE. One thing you guys might have noticed is the robotic the cyborg Plankton is not a full AoE. He's a line AoE, so it depends on where you place him that to be able to do the most damage, obviously. So sadly he's not a full AoE, but there might be skills of him later on in the future which he might become AoE, maybe or maybe not, it depends. But as a first secret, he's alright. But of course his next upgrade, which is going to be upgrade 1, would be 540 damage, 1.7, so cooldown pretty much reduced of course, and range increases. Speaking of which, also, he did plays the Sandy, which is one of the mythical you could get with the I forgot what it's called. Call it the Chong, I believe that's what it's called. The seashell, pretty much. Um, yeah, I think she's kind of like a splash unit, it seems. But of course, she has been in the game for a while, so again, she's the mythical from there. Uh, yeah. Anyways. Okay, I just let me put it back right there. Okay, so right there, upgrade one, 540, 1.7, 24.8. The next upgrade obviously is a 706. Even I myself can't even see. I think that's 706 or 786. Regardless, it's between 700 above. 1.7 damage, so cooldown still remains, but the range and damage increases pretty much. Okay, so right there, that is the max. I didn't get a chance to see, but obviously between 700 and 1660, that's 68. Um, Obviously damage increase, cooldown increase, and the range is insane. 36.7. It's pretty much covers the full map. Well, where we're standing, it covers half of the map pretty much. For a line, damage unit, no traits, it pretty much does times 2 of what any of my units can do, and of course it's a secret. So again, it depends on the placement. It's best to place it at the corner where it could hit in a straight line, but I don't think it really matters. Well, it kind of does matters because you want to get the most, efficient damage use. So putting it in at a corner will probably be your best bet for it to be able to hit, a straight line, and such. But overall, that is pretty much the damage, and I will put a screenshot just for a clearer view of the unit itself. So let me just pause it right over there. Let me put it back a bit. So as you can see, the range is really huge, a very huge range, and I'm comparing that to my fish, which it's pretty small actually. As you can see, that range is very huge, very huge actually, which is very good actually. But of course, it's not a full AoE. If it was a full AoE, oh, I would get it definitely. Not saying the unit is bad, but for its range itself, it's pretty much like a so-called Mihawk, I guess you could say, whereby the range is huge, but it's just a line unit, if that makes sense. So I relate that to like Mihawks, as most of the tower defense game has been, where Mihawk has a lot of range, but he's more of a line. So it depends on where you place it. So Plankton is pretty much the same way. As you can see, compared to my Vortex fish, it doesn't have as much. Of course, my Vortex fish is a full AoE, but Plankton, the Cyborg on Plankton just has a lot of damage, let's just say. I would try to skip to the part where he showcased the other units, which is pretty much the caveman Spongebob, which should be around here. So just to see some stats of some units, if I did it around this part, I believe I did it here. I'm gonna have to skip. Okay, so there, max is. Oh right, it is upgrading. I forgot. Each time it levels up. Speaking of which, what level is Plankton at the moment? Okay, I can't really see his level. It doesn't really show his level, sadly. But right now, as you can see, he is pretty much upgrading. I mean, leveling up, obviously. So his damage, of course, increases. So that's me comparing it to my Voltax again. My damage, of course, cooldown. Let me just pause it real quick. So this is pretty much one of my best units, which is the realistic fish. Right now, max is going to be 432 damage, 0.8 seconds, and 22 range. But of course, it's a full AoE. So just something to keep in mind of about range and such, and skills. And if you guys want me to make a tier list for this, let me know. I will see if I could be able to get some units to be able to do a better showcase. Of course, I have all the mythicals right now, so I think I should be good enough to be able to make a showcase. Seems I didn't really show, but I would put above. I'll put over here just to show the damage and stats of all the units themselves, pretty much. So yeah,